Welcome back, you guys. Thank you for tuning into my channel. I have an update for you guys. So today we'll be talking about the deportee deal Jamaica has considered to accept with non-national deportees from the US. Already we can see that the patrons or citizens of Jamaica is not here for it. They're not happy. They're already letting it known that they are displeased, and we are going to get into all of this today just after we disperse the news and read exactly what they have posted and issued to the general public. The government has confirmed that it is negotiating a controversial United States-backed migration agreement to allow non-Jamaicans deported from the US to transit through the island, but says it is not open to the country's borders for an uncontrolled program. So guys, this is posted on the Jamaica Gleaner, so this is a valid source, and already you know the citizens in the comment section are not playing. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's read a few more of the public knowledge they posted. Kingston and Washington are expected to begin talks on an agreement first pitched by a senior Jamaican government official that could see the island accepting up to 10,000 non-Jamaicans being deported from the United States. A document from the United States Embassy in Kingston, seen by the Gleaner, outlines the operational framework for the proposed third country nationals agreement, which has triggered controversy in several countries that have entered into similar agreements with Washington. So guys, if you were not aware, you are now aware that multiple countries have the same agreement, and I am curious to find out why they would be lashing out. Is it that you're afraid of sharing the market, or is it that the market is horrible and you're trying to warn your other brothers and sisters? We need to know, and we need to know soon, because we would dislike to have a case where the bill is passed, it's sent through, and then all the hot water, all the tea is being spilled that, hey, this, that, and the third, and then everybody is left thinking, why was I not pre-informed? Do you understand what I'm saying? If you disagree, let's do that in the comment section. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. And we also have a letter from the Office of the Director of Corporate Communication and Public Relations, right? So this was issued Tuesday, June 16, 2026. So that was just yesterday, guys. It reads, Statement of the Minister of National Security and Peace on the Jamaica, United States Third Country Nationals TCN arrangement. My bad. As the Prime Minister responsible for Jamaica's national security interests, I want to assure the public that the safety and security of all citizens and all people in Jamaica, as well as our obligations under international law, have guided every step of the decisions on this Memorandum of Understanding MOU between Jamaica and the United States of America concerning third country nationals TCNs. I want to first clarify that the individuals who may be transferred under this framework are not being brought to Jamaica as permanent immigrants. These are nationals of other countries other than Jamaica who are being facilitated through a structured process to transmit through Jamaica to a third territory, including return to their home countries. Jamaica is not opening its borders for an uncontrolled migration program. This MOU is the outcome of negotiations between two sovereign partners. It was not an automatic acceptance of any proposal. Jamaica's technical teams engaged in detailed discussions with their United States counterparts to ensure that the framework included the necessary safeguards and protections for Jamaica. So you guys, this is what the Director of Corporate said. So corporate relations. This is from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Okay, so this was issued June 16, 2026, as I said before. So let's get into the comment section, guys. Let's read some of these comments. Rastafari says, a memorandum of understanding was signed by both parties. It's almost a given by this point. Volero Antonisa, do he like how Haiti do them leader? Simple as that. Yes, I said it. He has some emojis of a fire and a water pew. So we can assume what he's trying to say there. Dan Carlan says, puppy dog and emoji face PM. I don't know. Oh, it's a doggy emoji. Okay. Swear says, cause Trump a keep his money. Dalton Tucker, Andrew said he's standing with Israel. I was shocked. Let me know your thoughts on that comment, you guys. Rocky New Brown says, good puppy. Guys, I'm going to insert the puppy dog emoji, what's it called, meme that I saw circulating right here because it's so appropriate. Vinell Weir Samuels, time to vote Jamaica. PM, time up. Osbert Gordon, what favor did the Trump government ask Andrew? Jackson Renford, regarding I am at sea regarding this matter. Will somebody in the know please enlighten me? Now, let's be honest, you guys. I don't know what to say about this because usually when I put my opinions out there, I am shunned and told that I know nothing. So this time I literally came with a clear mind. I genuinely I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to think. I'm just reporting the news as I receive it to you guys. Marcus Burke, the Conrads just can't get used to the idea that they lost the election after all this time. It's so sad. Will these people continue to spread the lies and keep posting these ridiculous cartoons online? What's the point? Spreading rumors. I think he meant that our Prime Minister was stripped searched at an airport in Miami sounds so desperate. Luckily so, me off up has some sense. I think he means luckily he has some sense. They're just preaching to their own audience. Lord have mercy on the literacy of this country. Stafford Wallace responded, Marcus Buck, boy, for a ex-pilot, you really dunce. Guys, you should see my face. I am completely shocked and flabbergasted at that comment. Wow. Reen McCoy, Marcus Buck, what kind of broken slave are you? Where is the lie? Arnold Ludford, Marcus Buck, you are barking up the wrong tree. Some of these people do have valid point, Mr. Marcus. You need to be quiet and just do some research and probably adjust your outlook. I don't know. It's just a suggestion. It is just a suggestion, okay? And this person, I don't know, maybe Muslim, I don't speak that language. It says, it's not about small. Remember Grenada was fighting for the Caribbean to have one passport, one currency, but Jamaica signed against it. White Mose 306, the same one who said if you were born in Jamaica does not mean you're Jamaican. It's all about the mighty dollar. Where is he going to put those people? Some Jamaicans still need houses. I think this person is talking about after the Hurricane Melissa. Some people are still displaced with no houses, no roof. You know, they're just nomads maybe. Sylvia said, I don't know what that means. Dan Stocker said, Trump, liquor. Earl Mattis said, Flappy, Lappy, Andrew, are you this? Oh, this is so funny, you guys. Was that meant as a disrespect? Because I'm not understanding half of the things that are happening in the comment section. However, we shall be continuing. Jane Lewis says, whether you support wholeness or not, we should deal with facts, not rumors. If there's proof, present it. If not, it's just speculation. Jamaica deserves honest discussion, not assumptions. Audrey Smith, crazy. Love O'Shane, one puppy dog, woof woof. Evan Smith says, God know everything. Time will tell. Amen, amen, glory, glory, amen, 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 amen. Kaylee says, Omari Brown, come here. Lastly, Jackie Burchell says, lapdog. Milton Amos says, when the puppet master pulls the strings, the puppet has to dance. Sounds a bit harsh, don't you think? Mark Regent says, the only transit I would agree with is if the plane either stop and refuel or they leave from one plane to another. When you think about it, he does have a good point. I think that's a transit, that's a well-rounded transit that we could all agree on. I am not so sure about the governors of the country, but the people do agree. We don't want them to stay here. Just fuel, leave, goodbye. Jehane Black says, before Jamaica agrees to accept even one non-Jamaican deportee, can the government tell the country exactly who will be responsible for them, how long they will be remaining here, what security screening will be done, and who will pay the cost if something goes wrong? Jamaicans deserve clear answers before any deal is signed. I agree with that statement. Well said, sir. Richards J says, question, will Andrew Holness make them live a him yard? We don't know. Maybe. That question is very popular today. I see that's a very popular question. Errol Mackenzie says there's a spin to this article from the previous one. I'm now hearing to transit through the island. So I think he's saying that's not what they were saying before. I'm concerned about what they were saying before because this is what I'm seeing now. So what was it said before? How is it the people knows this information before the Jamaica House or the Jamaica Public whatever directory had issued their statement? Because I've been hearing this around the grapevine for some time now, long before they posted it. They posted this yesterday. Donovan Goodley says, sell we out for a few shillings. And last but not least, we have Kavita Byfield. Where are they going? Why they need to pass through Jamaica? Good question. Also a popular question today. Courtney Brown says, if the Gleaner did not make the initial report, when would the Jamaican people be advised? And that's true, because I found out from the Gleaner a few days ago, long before the Directory of Public Security said anything. Anyways, moving on. Kamisha Andrew says, I wonder if America ever approached any European country with this idea. Good question. I think the answer is obvious. However, moving on. Wayne Ashmead says, transit through to where? Good question. Also popular for today. Now, Marcia Nan says, the question is, can the US be trusted to stick to the terms of any agreement? I think that question was rhetorical and meant to provoke your thoughts and remind you of past transgressions that they have made with agreements with us and other countries. Angie Williams says, do the Jamaican people have any say in any of this? Gracie Ann Marie Wright says, did they transit through Jamaica when they entered the US? Set up puppets. Ford says, strict safeguards, very funny. Joan Brown Hinberg says, transit to where? We need the rest of the narrative. Lee Sim says, transit to where? Is there any other country they can transit? Anything from the USA can go directly to anywhere. Kingsley Wright says, why would America want to use Jamaica as a transit route when America is a more central route for most flight destinations? Shirley Holness says, so I guess that Mr. Chang was in Washington for this arrangement? Or this was arranged and concluded while Mr. Rubio was here. Opposition, were you aware of this agreement? Main DC King says, what's the purpose of holding people in transit and to wherever they're going and not just keep them until it's time for them to go to higher final destination? How does it benefit the economy and what are the risks does it present to our borders? These are the 2 questions I want answered first. Audrey Gaynor says, transit to where?